training, you will be leading the trainings, and this resource toolkit will help you pretty much in that. Okay, so this is the book number 4, the book that we are going to be focused today. This module, during this module, so you will became familiar with the overall structure and the purpose of this concrete book, or the name of it is the resource toolkit. So this book is specifically designed to enhance the lesson that you can find in other books. So if you explore the curriculum of AflaYouth, book number 1, book number 2, and book number 3, those lessons will help you to enhance those lessons, but also to support you in your role as a reliable guide and mentor for the participant, because you will be mentoring and leading your participants. And this toolkit offers very quality and tailored resources and guidelines for you to use in order to effectively teach and support youth in their journey and this transition from school to work, as we were mentioning several times. So the key thing is how we can help young people for this smooth transition from school to work, and what we can do to empower them. This resource toolkit has 2 usable guidelines documents, and it's contained by those. The first one is coach reference guide, and the second one is extension activities guide. In the first part, we will be focused on the coach reference guide, and this guide serves as a very important resource manual which will assist you in leading the participants through either employability or entrepreneurship track, and will help you to assist them in making a choice which track they will follow. Again, this is something that is additional to the existing lessons. Those sessions that you can find in this book are tailored for both employability and entrepreneurship tracks, and provide the best practices to guide youth to choose their part. So that when this curriculum is designed, we took very best practices that we can find from the different parts of the world, but nevertheless we engage a lot of experts from the universities, especially in Netherlands, I know at that time, that were designing this toolkit. Later, you will be focused with Marta with the extension activities guide, but just in general, this is like a supplement activities and logistical help for you to organize the class and your session. And you during this, when you will explore those materials, you will have a lot of opportunities, and you will be empowered, and there are a lot of lessons or sessions that can help you in this part. But for this part, after the break, you will be focused a bit more with Marta. What is the model objective? So when you will read the session and everything in the book number 4, and we will do that after this short presentation, you will gain an understanding of what the coach reference guide is about. And you will have a chance to practice and to reflect the best practices that are there. So you can rely to those activities as well, but also when you have the basis, you can add something or you can change, because the aim or the ultimate goal is to empower you with all the active learning methods, with all the knowledge, with all the skills that we can provide. And then when you have something like a basic, then you can add something additionally. If you see this part, or if you open this part regarding to the coach, you have you will see that there are several lessons there, several sessions. And the first session is about the choosing session, employment or entrepreneurship. The second session is about I'm focused now in the coaching session about the job application search and interview preparation. And those are linked to for the students who are following the employability track. And for the students that are following the entrepreneurship track, there are two additional sessions. One is evaluating your business idea and preparing your business plan. And the last one is about pitching your business idea. Yesterday, when we were talking, we somehow emphasizes the importance of pitching. So here you can find additional support materials that will help you in your journey as well. So the coaching session number one that I mentioned now is to guide youth into choosing their track, either to be focused on the employability skills or entrepreneurship skills part. If you open the book, and you will do it later together with us, we will be exploring the session there. But what is the idea here? If you see this part here, for each session, there is a recommendation period to lead this coaching session. So when is more appropriate to have this session? And you have the time when to do that. And then you have when for what is more appropriate to have. So, for example, coaching session one is for both tracks, and you can see employment or entrepreneurship. So it's applicable for both tracks. But the others, for example, both job application search is more, for example, applicable for employment track for the students who will follow that track. The coaching session 2A and 3A that can be found in the book, and I have picked up the pages here. So in book number 4, page 19 and 26, those are specifically developed for the courses for the employability skills. And the children who will, or the participants who will follow the entrepreneurship skills track, they will have session 2B and 3B, and they are, oh, this is a mistake, they are in the different pages. So I will check later which one. What we will do now, it depends from how many people we are. We will be divided in 3 groups probably, 3 groups. And then you will have to go and to search the specific session. So group number 1 will explore the session number 1, employment or entrepreneurship, in page 11 in the book number 4. I believe it's in the same page in the Russian version as well, but not sure. But as soon as you have the coaching session 1, then you are okay. So the group number 1, coaching session 1, group number 2, coaching session 2A, job application search, and group number 3 will have 2B, it's coaching session 3A, and it's about the interview preparation, coaching session, interview preparation. It's okay.
Excuse me, Luan, we can have 4 groups, okay. So we can change it for 4.
Okay, and so the group number 4 will have the this is a mistake again here, but the coaching session 3A is about the evaluating your business idea and preparing your business plan. We will come to your group and we will tell you what is your session. But here you need to go, in order to have the book number 4, you will need to go in the platform. Today we are in the day number 5. I believe you can see the screen. So in the day number 5, there is this part, introduction to the toolkit, and you have the instruction here as well. So you have general overview of the coach reference guide, what is the extension activity guide, and then if you scroll down, there are the books here. So you have the book number 4. If you open the book number 4, then you are okay because you will go strictly to your session. And what is the purpose, your task? Just to overview the lesson, to see what are the key elements there, what do you find useful, do you find something that is maybe not very doable by your side. So if you have something like a job application session, and if you think that some of the steps there or the recommendation there cannot be implemented in your local circumstances or in your local place where you are, just to share us with us. If not, if you find that you can add something as well, you can share as well in the group when we came back. So you will have like 20 minutes to explore your session within the group, to discuss and to come up with key findings that you want to share with us. Is it clear so far? So more or less, we have done this several times for each book. So now we will be focused on the book number 4. And here, if you scroll down, also you will have some additional materials like how to prepare training, but this is not for now. So now you will be focused on book number 4, sorry, in both languages. You have English and Russian book. So go in the breakout rooms and you will explore. And then we will come back and we will present, each group will present shortly about the key elements of that session that is assigned to you.
Are we going to have 2 Russian speaker groups?
Yes, Martha is saying
yes.
yes.
Yes, yes.
2, okay.
Okay, see you in breakout rooms, and I will share what are the groups, what session you will be assigned for.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good morning.
Double check with you guys.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have Nilufar left.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now with the group work, I will not start the translation. I will help them with the, how to say, like face-to-face presentation, I guess. And after that, we can switch this translation on again. All right?
Okay.
All righty. Okay, Jamila is admitting. Oh, actually, I can have the translation so that when English speakers present, I will not take much of the time. That's what we can do. Yes. And all right.
Okay, I think that we are back now. Okay. How it was? Did you like the session that were assigned to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to share the book. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to share the book number 4 and the sessions. So yeah, can we start a short discussion or like to have like a short presentation from a volunteer who would like to share with us about the session that was assigned? What do you find interesting there? Can we try with the, for example, with the first one, with the group number 1, who had the
Yes.
employment or entrepreneurship coaching center?
We talked about employment and entrepreneurship part. We studied and find this part, the outcome for this part is help participant determine which track to choose, and objective is participant be able to determine which track they will choose and which track better for them. And the important materials we can choose in this part is initial assessment and motivation assessment. In the first step, the initial assessment include personal detail, current responsibility, job preference, and future goals and current skill. The first coaching session introduced them to coach and help them which track they want approach, employment track or enterprise track. The important part is motivation assessment. We ask several questions and participants should answer with their keywords like agree, disagree, neutral, or agree with the question or not. At the end, we have give them a total score and we find how do participants feel, and we found their motivation is low or high. And we analyzes at the end the total score, low motivation to lead, uncertainty about motivation to lead, or a strong motivation to lead. If we see a strong motivation, we can start our business and we can focus career and offer career growth opportunities. At the end of this part, talked about SWOT test. And we carry out SWOT test to help the participant finalize their choice and keep going and find the best job and their business.
Thank you,
Yes.
Shadi. I want to ask you something from, and try to answer this from 2 perspectives. So you also translating a lot of materials of Aflaton in local language, but also now you have seen this lesson. What is your impression? Do you have enough information in order to deliver this lesson? So everything that is put there, is it clear, and do you have everything enough, or it's something that is missing maybe?
No, I translated all of this content and materials, and it's for us was very clear, and our colleagues implement in different schools and different NGOs and organizations, and we didn't have any problems. No, it was very cool. Yes.
Thank you for this feedback. But we are also expecting, and we are facing with the problems in the delivering of the content. So anytime if you have something that you think that is not appropriate or not very doable in your, for example, your local circumstances, just share with us, because we are doing a lot, or in fact we are planning to do a revision of our different curriculums. So now we are doing a revision of the Aflaton curriculum, and we are implementing all your feedback. Everything that you sent to us, we will share with our expert team, and they try to implement that in the revision. So thank you for this. But for others as well, just think, if you think that something is not very appropriate, and we can adjust to change something. Okay, thank you for this, Shadi. I used your presence to ask you several additional questions. Thank you. Okay, let's go with the group number 2 about the session 2A, job application search. You want to share some key elements of key findings? Albina, yes.
Да, у нас на русском.
Yes, please.
Hold on. Упс. Все, по-моему, уже меня слышно, да? Окей.
Да, мы вас слышим. Хорошо, да.
Пожалуйста, Альбина.
У нас по поводу поиска работы, это в этом этапе основная цель – это помочь участникам улучшить свои навыки, плюс плюс научить их, как подготовить резюме и мотивационное письмо через определенными шаблонами. Ожидаемые результаты – это в конце этого занятия, в конце этого этапа участники смогут найти должности, стажировки или вакансии, и следующее, они могут написать резюме, мотивационное письмо, подходящее под конкретные вакансии. Здесь материалов это шаблоны в основном, как писать резюме и мотивационное письмо. Дальше, поиск работы. В этом этапе участники уже определяются с профессией, с работой, с требованиями, что они хотят вообще, какую работу и так далее, под какой профессией. Дальше они ознакомятся с планами AflaYouth, чтобы понимать они, что научились через эти шаблоны или через эти информации на этой программе. Дальше они используют доступные способы поиска вакансий. Они могут эти информации, которые здесь даются, они могут это быстро освоить, эти информации, и уже начнут подготовить себе должным образом резюме и мотивационное письмо. Дальше они ознакомятся с критериями оценивания мотивационное письмо или критерии оценивания резюме, и потом они могут обсудить, найти свои ошибки, где они пропустили или где они не очень хорошо работали. Дальше у нас идет шаблоны, как писать резюме и мотивационное письмо, примеры, как пишутся. И здесь самое главное критерии оценивания мотивационного письма и резюме. Здесь самые главные критерии – это презентация, как они презентовали себя, во-первых. Потом они оценивают по содержанию работодатель. Дальше они завершают, какие у них дополнительные навыки. И грамматические ошибки и правописания, где они пропустили ошибки. То же самое резюме под этим 4 критериям оценивается. И все в целом самые важные моменты этого этапа.
Thank you.
Okay, so this group had to work on assisting the participants of the training with the development of the resumes and motivation letters. They were also assigned to giving the specific hints on the job search and job hunting. The participants were given the examples of the resume and the motivation letter and how to write it. They were also given an opportunity to actually practically see what are the job hunting methodologies and the online search engines and how to do that. After that, they were already given the instructions on writing the resumes and writing the letters of motivation. After initial draft, they were given the criteria from the job's employer's perspective on evaluating the resume and motivation letters. And they have also been given one of the important criteria. So there were 4 criteria, but one of the important criteria was the presentation of themselves at the interview. The second one was the assessment of the content of the resumes and the letters of motivation and motivation letters, and also considering the grammar mistakes. So by the end of this whole session, the point is that the participant knows where to find the job, what are the job searching opportunities and methodologies, how to write the letter of motivation, how to write the resume, and how to submit and present this to the employer.
Albina, do you think that at the end of the day, when we finish this part, the participants or the children will be empowered enough to go forward in terms of looking for a job?
Альбина, как вы считаете, вот после всего этого, вот этой сессии, дети смогут найти работу? У них уже есть, будут навыки для того, чтобы найти работу и получить эту работу?
На этот этап уходит 60-90 минут, получается час-полтора часа. За это время можно сформировать навыки, как писать резюме и мотивационное письмо. Тем более, если шаблоны они готовые, я думаю, они 70-80% они могут. Дальше уже старания участников.
Okay, so for this session, there are 69 minutes devoted, and Albina believes that if you have prepared examples of the resumes and the motivation letters, this time is going to be sufficient for the participants to use these examples, and based on these examples and also the additional material, to develop their own resumes and motivation letters and be equipped with the basic skills and knowledge of job hunting.
Okay. Thank you, Albina, very much. Yeah, just think in general, if you can find somewhere else, for example, where in your local think about the idea is to think about your education system, and if your education system provides, for example, opportunity to create a I don't know, CV within the classes or something. So just think for that. It's not necessary to answer.
Не надо сейчас отвечать, но вообще можно подумать в вашем местном системе образования, есть ли вообще такие курсы, которые помогают участникам на то, чтобы они написали бы резюме и мотивационное письмо, и потом уже начали бы искать работу. Не надо сейчас на этом отвечать, просто думайте, есть ли у вас в местной системе такая возможность. Okay, Luan, thanks.
Thank you very much. So we have left two groups. So if someone want to share with us, please, the floor is yours. If not, we can continue because you get the general impression about how are the session conducted.
Если кто-то хочет представить, пожалуйста. Если нет, у вас уже есть общий как бы обзор, как можно сделать эту сессию. I think Jamila has the point.
Okay. Yes,
Ой, я
please.
хотела свою сессию уже представить, третью.
Okay, she wants to present the
Yeah,
session.
definitely.
Давайте, Джамиля, пожалуйста.
Да, и я еще хотела Луана поблагодарить за тот вопрос, который он задал Альбине, потому что Альбина работает в Кыргызской академии образования, как раз которая занимается разработкой. И я думаю, что это для нее очень хороший вызов будет.
Okay, so thank you for the
Спасибо.
question to Albina, because she works in the Kyrgyz Academy of the Education, if I'm not mistaken. And
Of education.
Yes, so it's going to be a challenge for her, for Albina, to actually prepare something which will be effective in that sense. So thank you. Now she will present the group work. Пожалуйста, Джем.
Спасибо, спасибо. Значит, мы готовили, наша группа Рахат Лела, мы готовили менторскую сессию 2Б, оцениваем свою бизнес-идею, пишем бизнес-план. Для менторов, значит, основная цель заключается в том, чтобы оказать участникам поддержки в разработке и последующем оценивании своего бизнес-плана. То есть к концу занятия все участники, они могут определить, все заполнить разделы бизнес-плана и, самое главное, оценить свою бизнес-идею. Для этого у нас есть разделы бизнес-плана, шаблон бизнес-плана. Это 90 минут времени, но в ходе этой сессии участники делали до этого несколько упражнений по разработке бизнес-идеи. И теперь задача тренера подойти к тому, чтобы каждый смог оценить свою бизнес-идею Есть специальные, в помощь есть специальные критерии по оценке. Также приводятся плохие идеи для вот критерия оценки. Также приводится учебный пример. Например, идея была по выращиванию кур. И здесь группа должна оценить, насколько эта и бизнес-идея была хороша. То есть когда также приводятся критерии, баллы выставлены, и по этому примеру можно будет помочь участникам оценить свою бизнес-идею. Также нужно будет при оценке своей бизнес-идеи использовать SWOT-анализ, то есть определить, какие сильные стороны есть для развития, успешного развития предприятия, какие слабые стороны, к сожалению, есть, и какие ресурсы понадобятся для претворения этой бизнес-идеи. Ну и также посмотреть, какие возможности, как мы можем использовать и свои сильные стороны превратить дополнительные возможности для развития предприятия. И также рассмотреть, какие у нас есть риски или угрозы. Вот после того, когда все эти, в принципе, критерии рассмотрены, также можно будет предложить, чтобы они заполнили все разделы бизнес-плана. Очень удобно, что здесь в качестве дополнительного материала есть разделы, как правильно нужно их заполнить. Вот поэтому шаблон, как бы по этой подсказке, карточке можно будет заполнить разделы своего бизнес-плана. Это значительно облегчает задачу. И, в принципе, я думаю, что в пределах этой сессии можно будет справиться. И, кстати, в завершении, если остается время, можно предложить, чтобы это было разыграть как бы ролевую игру. Я думаю, что дети вот с удовольствием подключатся, и так будет быстрее происходить закрепление полученных знаний и навыков. Все у меня, спасибо.
Спасибо. Okay. So this group has been working on mentoring the business plan development, and there are 90 minutes devoted to this session. And by the end of this session, the participants will have an experience of assessing their business idea, developing their business plan, assessing their business plan with the SWOT analysis, and they will also have the practical examples of the good and bad business plan ideas. What Jamila was mentioning, that she really liked it, previously, before the session starts, the participants already have some kind of business plans developed, business ideas developed. So within this 90 minutes, now their job will be to assess their business ideas and to actually write the business plans. Now, the session provides the sections of the business plan that must be filled in, and there are some examples and tips on how to fill in particular sections of each of these business plan sections. The SWOT analysis will give the opportunity to the participants to evaluate the strong and the weak sides of their business plans, and how to make the weak sides, how to change the weak sides into the stronger part. And of course, the risks must be also evaluated. After that, the participants, it will be good to have the role playing for the participants, so that they will know they will evaluate which of the business ideas and the plans are good, and what criteria will be used for the assessment of the business plan sections. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jamila. You mentioned two words that we are going to rely on now, and we are going to use very often after this. So one is the criteria. What are the criteria? And the other word was about the guidance. So you, as a trainer, will very often you will be in the, you will have the role to guide them, and you will have the role to support them, the children in your classes. You will have the role to keep and reviewing notes, because there will be a lot of communication there, and you as a coach, you will have to keep record there. So those is very important element for you as a as a coach. Okay, maybe from the last group, Ebru, I know that she always want to share with us something. So if you are okay, Ebru, you can share. If not, you can continue. We can continue.
Yeah, sure. Maybe just very quickly, our session is about evaluating your business idea and preparing your business plan. Now we are at the stage of very before pitching our idea, like maybe closing to the end of the, our training sessions about entrepreneurship. The overall outcome is about supporting participants in the development and evaluation of their business plans, of course, and the objectives will be identifying and completing the components of their business plans and evaluating their business idea. What we like with Katya for this session is we kind of support them to evaluate their ideas in both ways, both by creating a ranking, business idea criteria ranking, and by SWOT analysis. Like with two different interpretations, we are supporting their evaluation process, and all the ideas are first welcoming, good or bad, any business idea, hypothetical or any concrete or real business idea. I think one of the most important thing, if there will be some bad ideas, at least we would think like this, we shouldn't discourage them as an important point if their dreams seem to be bad, or if they find an idea starting a business to be overwhelming, as a note for the trainers, as an important note, I think. And when we were reading this, a question came up for me: what if children don't have any concrete idea like we have yesterday? Of course, we should do some before trainings before coming these stages of business plan preparation for planning a business idea. But even if that stage, even if they are not feeling ready, there is a case study for for an example business idea. Like some friends were planning a business project, raise hands and sell both eggs and chickens as a case study. And the exercise says you can give these two for students to study on it. There are some criteria. I think they are diverse in many aspects. Would it be profitable? Would it be easy to start up? Would it avoid gender discrimination? This kind of question. And also the SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. After evaluating all this, after assessing all this, they are preparing their business plan with concrete business plan, with introduction, aims and objectives, target people, marketing, finance, and production stages. So everything, at least when reading it, sounds very clear at this session, actually. And we are very curious about what will come up when we implement this, actually.
Definitely. Thank you for this, Ebru, as well. What is something that I want to share? As soon as you follow all the steps that are in the book or in the resource toolkit, you will avoid like chances for misunderstanding or forgetting something. So use these guidelines as a checklist. So just go one by one and you will do something at the end, and the result will be very legible. So in terms of saying that we will do that, and that, just go and see the checklist or see all the elements that are provided there. And when you make the decision, whatever the decision is, you know that you have made the decision based in the evidence or based in the steps that you followed so far. Thank you for this very much, Ebru. What do you think? This is some of the instructions that are in the book that you can find as well. But for example, when you are coaching the children and you need to give them some feedback all the time, those are several of the key elements that you need to keep in mind. So you and your role as a coach is to guide and to act as a guide and to help finding the resources for you. So they maybe have some information, they have some something to do, they want to do something, so you will guide them, you will support them, and you will provide them with the resources. It is very important for you as a coach to give a consistent and reliable support to you. So to be all the time with them, to get a constructive and helpful feedback. So we mentioned several times why the feedback is very important and why it is important to be structured in the way to be very constructive. When you are helping the youth in delivering those sessions, you will need to be as a role model for youth. So they need to rely on you, and they need to see you as a model of doing that. When you work with them, especially, it's important to build confidence and independence in the youth, to help them to make their decision, but also to make the independent decision that are supported by you, but also if they are based in the information. Every decision based in the adequate information is a good decision. And the other thing that is you need to accept and relate to youth and respect their choices, even if they differ from your own. Maybe sometimes we as trainers have a different opinion for something, but as soon as the young people has make a choice, and that choice is based on the everything that you have teach them so far, or make skills, develop some skills to do some choice, then you are okay with that, even if it's not in your align with you. I have only 2 or 3 more questions, and for this we are going to use one of the method that is very widely used in the AflaYouth curriculum. I think the group number 1 has in their lesson, in their session, this active learning method. It's called voting with your feet, or like a barometer. So what is the idea? When we are doing face-to-face training, sometimes we are asking participants for something, and they need to tell their opinion or their statement for that, but without maybe speaking too much. So they are moving their body in the part of the room, and with the movement we understand where they are staying for. For example, if I say that I don't know, we will go to the beach together, and then within the room I will put 2 or 3 signs. So at one part of the room it will be the sign agree, in the opposite one will be the sign disagree, and in the middle is something like neither agree, neither disagree. And whenever I ask something, I will ask participants to position themselves in the near the appropriate sign, or the sign that they are feeling most common. But when we are doing online training, it's hard to make you move within the offices that you are. So I will just ask to use the reactions in the chat. In fact, sorry, in the Zoom. So there is a part with a reaction. So if I open this part, there are different reactions there. And let's say, for example, if I ask you something and you are agreeing with that, you will do the thumbs up. You can try this in the reaction part in the Zoom. So just find near screen share, probably is the reaction part. So find this and just press thumbs up. You can see in my screen. Yeah, thank you, Svetlana. Thank you, Julene. Marta, yes. Okay. And if you don't disagree with the statement, again, in the reaction, you can find this sign. It's a thumbs down.
Where you can do that? I don't see it.
There are 3 dots so you have all the.
Oh yeah, now I see.
And then press the 3 dots, and you can find this. And we can agree whatever we want. So we can agree that we will put smiley if we don't agree for something. But yeah, for
Yeah.
this occasion, we will say that thumbs down will be. So I don't disagree with that statement that you are saying. Okay, so we have agree and we have disagree. You can put on camera as well. So it's not necessary to find if you cannot find the sign in the reaction. And let's say that for neutral, we can share some of those emojis, like a smiley, for example. So I'm not neither agreeing, neither disagreeing with the statement. So I'm somewhere in the middle. So I will ask you, for example, today is good day to start a new journey. Do you agree or disagree, or you are in the... Great. So I have reaction from all of you. And so this is only exercise. I have prepared 2 or 3 statements that we were going to discuss together. But what this is the idea. Sometimes you don't need to have a discussion because you will get the position and you will get the information about what do you think for this concrete statement. But sometimes you can go a step further and you can ask participants, why are you in that position? And usually we are starting from the opposite. So first we are asking those who are strongly agree, and then after they say something, they give their opinion about why they are there at that position, we are asking the others and then those in the middle who are not in the position somehow. What is the idea? We are not judging, we are not commenting their comments. So we are just trying to listen them and we are getting our impressions, but not to discuss. I will share now the screen and I will read some statements. And the first statement is this one here. The youth member has requested to meet alone at their house late in the evening. So you are the trainer and the youth member has requested to meet alone at their house late in the evening. Agree, disagree, or somewhere in the middle. So put your reactions here, or just tell me with your, if you cannot find the reaction, tell me about.
Luan, can you keep the window? Because I couldn't see it. Sorry.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Yes, yes, I see it now. Thank you.
So the statement is the youth member has requested to meet alone at their house late in the evening. Any reactions? I don't see anyone so far that has positioned himself or herself, only herself. So yeah, we have one disagree. Okay, this is the first statement. So let's go and see why, Laura, you are not agreeing with this, so you disagree strongly. What do you
Well,
think?
I would say that if there's a relationship between a coach, trainer, and a participant, a youth person, I think it's better to find another place to meet, like more a neutral place. And I also don't understand why it should be late in the evening. So
Thank you. Okay, do we have someone who is agreeing with this statement? So far, I don't see. Okay, so as you see, I'm not commenting at all, Laura. So whatever she'd want to say, she will say. And the other participants, you can change your opinion. Maybe you can go with Laura, or you can go even Laura after a while if she heard some arguments from the public or from the audience. She
Ну, возможно, если это человек, например, с ограниченными физическими возможностями, какие-то есть проблемы.
So Svetlana says that maybe this youth member has some physical disorders or difficulties, and that's why he or she requests the meeting at home.
Okay, so where will be your position, Svetlana? In the middle or agree?
Я не поддерживаю по вечерам, конечно, ходить, все надо в рабочее время делать. Вот, поэтому я ставлю, конечно, реакцию нет. Но
Okay, she says that
бывают исключения.
she says that, you know, despite the fact that there could be some exceptions, she doesn't like doing anything after the working hours, but it's not professional for her. But of course, she understands that there could be some exceptional things.
Okay, so the idea when we are having these discussions and when we are having this discussion, you will have this discussion with your participants. The idea is to have all the perspectives. So maybe now we are seeing this sentence only like this, but as you see, Svetlana is giving us a different perspective. Maybe we have a children with disabilities and what in that case. So I'm not saying this is a right or wrong, just to open the mind to see all the perspectives. Let's go with another statement. The youth member has asked the coach to finish writing their CV. The youth member has asked the coach to finish writing their CV. Put some reactions in the reaction part in the. Do you agree, disagree, or you are somewhere in the middle? Yeah, most of you are disagreeing. Maybe I can ask some of you to share why, from those who voted like disagreeing, why do you think this is not good? So you will be asking the participants to explain their position. You will ask one or two or three from each side to present and to say why they are thinking like this. Okay, let's go with the third question. The youth member has asked the coach for money, or the coach has offered their youth money. You agree with this? Disagree? Again, we have a lot of disagrees. Nevertheless, the statement, you can use this method to decide whatever you want with the children, or when you have a larger group and you want to see the arguments. And this is very nice for critical thinking. So if you ask in the classroom children what they want to do for something, and they go to the different part of the class and they position themselves, you can ask them to present their opinion, to share with you their opinion, and then the other group will do so, and that way you will encourage them to think critically and to decide for something proper. And I mentioned that we are using one of the key words is like we need to set a clear expectation. You, in fact, as a trainer, what are the expectations from the youth, and you as a trainer, what you can offer to the youth? So as soon as you do the criteria and you do the expectation at the beginning, then you will have the right to do something or not to do something. So if the young person is texting to you or asking to borrow the money, if you have set those rules at the beginning, you know now you can rely to those rules, and you can say that, as you know, it is not good to have in-personal meetings, or to borrow the money, or to text with the students during the only during the normal hour that you have defined with them. So as soon as you have set up the rules, then you can call for those rules, and the communication with the young people will be in the proper way. What do you think for this? Do you have used so far this activity, this method, voting with your feet or barometer, or I don't know, in different parts of the world is having the different name, but yeah, so to measure something with your position of your body, so to go in one place or other place and to share the idea. Within the AflaTone, we are using it a lot, and not only in the AflaTone, AflaYouth, but AflaTone, AflaTeen, even AflaTaught, especially when children are not very happy to share something with speaking, so they are just position themselves. And especially we like a lot the method called image theater. I know that you have a chance to read in the pre-assignment about the image theater. So very often children are not very happy speaking, but they will be very happy doing some pictures, frozen pictures, and to do something. And you are getting information and in the impression about their need and their wants, so you can do a proper decision for anything that you want to share with them. Any questions so far?
Можно я немножко скажу? Просто вот мы с Лелой в практике применяем такое, когда, ну, не все дети...
Medea, once more, I think we are not hearing you well. Can you repeat it once more, please?
Сейчас вам слышно меня? Да? Мы применяем такие практики у себя на тренингах, когда дети не хотят говорить, и чтобы как-то они выразили свое мнение, положительное или отрицательное, а может нейтральное, мы на стенах крепим ответ «да», «нет», «сомневаюсь». Или же, например, чертим линию в серединке, да, и тоже кто согласен, допустим, с правой стороны, кто нет с левой, а кто иначе думает посередине. То есть вот такие практики у нас были известны нам, они очень даже эффективны и помогают. И во AflaTone вот очень много их мы видим, AflaYouth. Это здорово, когда подросток сам может выразить мнение. Кто хочет говорить, говорит, кто нет, нет. Это очень удобно. Спасибо.
Juliet, we are not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Now, yes.
Yes, okay. So yeah, so they have used this method very effectively, especially with the children who do not want to speak, but it's very interesting to find their positions. So they are frequently using the possibility of, like posting on the wall, like yes, no, or neutral position, and then children make the stand, to take a stand. And they also see this methodology used in AflaTone, AflaYouth, in other parts, and it's very good to see the positions of the group members who are not much outspoken.
Thank you very much, Medea. Okay, anyone else, anything to share with us?
Можно мне поделиться опытом? На самом деле я являюсь тренером по коммуникациям, и, честно говоря, очень много есть упражнений, игр, которые помогают раскрыться участникам, убрать вот это чувство скованности, неуверенности. Честно говоря, вот на своих тренингах я с этим не сталкиваюсь, у меня нет этой проблемы. То есть есть много интерактива, который позволяет, чтобы дети себя почувствовали, участники тренинга почувствовали себя очень комфортно. Но вот эта методика, которую рассказал Луан, ее нужно будет иметь в виду. Я думаю, что если возникнут такие ситуации, то это можно будет использовать. Спасибо.
Okay. Do you hear me, guys? Great.
Yes.
Okay, so Jamila was saying that she is the trainer in the field of communication. So she's very well experienced. And she hasn't faced this kind of challenges that, you know, nobody wants to take a stand with the words. However, this method that you have described, Luan, is very good, and she will definitely take into account if there is a need for using this particular method for identifying the position of the participants.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamila. Yeah. You can find a different version of this method within the Aflaton. So the first very basic level, the next level, so different stages. Okay, so let's have a break. Marta will decide how many seconds we will have the break.
Okay, so it can be 12 like it was before, or 15. Because it can be.
The participants don't hear me in Russian section, so are we going to have a break now?
Yes, 15 minutes break.
У нас сейчас будет перерыв 15 минут. Так что я надеюсь, после этого вы сможете меня слышать. I hope they can hear me after that.
we are really happy to have the last session with you. Welcome back. Are you here? Hello, Svetlana. Hello, Svetlana. Hello, Shani. Nulifar is with us now, so welcome. Hello. Okay, so you
no
are
more
here.
mumbling, Julie, anymore. Nilufar Professional is here.
Juliet, you did a great job, really.
Oh, come on.
Yes. Okay, so I would like to make a small
Nulifar, летающий Афлатун. Летающий Афлатун, Nulifar.
Yeah, Nilufar is a flying Aflatuni.
Yes, definitely. So we would like to start this session with a small energizer. And if it's possible, please turn on your camera. If you cannot do that, I can understand that. But if it's possible, I will appreciate it because we will need it during our energizer. Okay. Okay. Do we have everyone here? Luan, Jamila. Jamila maybe will join us. Leila, if it's possible to turn the camera on. And Medea, if it's possible to make it on. Okay, so we can start our energizer. So if we have our cameras on, we will do 3 rounds of our exercise. So first round will be do what I say as I say it. Okay, so do what I say as I say it. And we will practice with this first one. So lean in, lean out, lean out, lean in, lean right, lean left. Okay, so the first round starts. Lean in, lean right, lean left, lean out, lean in. Okay. Okay, first round was great. So the second round, do what I say and say what I say. So if it's possible to turn on your microphone too, please try, do what I say and say what I say. Okay? Second round, lean in.
Lean in.
Lean out.
Lean out.
Lean right.
Lean right.
Lean right.
Lean out.
Lean out.
Lean in.
Lean
out.
Lean out.
Okay, great. So, third round. It will be the worst part. Do the opposite of what I say, but say exactly what I say. Okay? So do the opposite what I say, but say exactly. Okay, I will start. Lean right.
Lean left.
Lean right.
Lean out.
Lean out.
Lean in.
Lean in.
Lean right.
Lean right.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a small rounds of leaning in and right.
Especially
Okay.
for translation, Marta. Especially.
I can't even imagine.
Yes. Okay, so thank you.
So just to say something, Marta, this is the last day of Nulipar translating, and we are doing everything to make more complicated to her.
Yes, definitely. Yes, just yeah. Okay, so our last session, we will be connected with our last book that we've got. As Luan said, the last but not least book, very interesting one, Resource Toolkit. So as you could say that this extensional activities, of course, we will be mostly concentrated of this part, which you can see, extensional activities guide. So these activities go beyond the curriculum of the book 1, 2, and 3. These activities are designed to provide participants with opportunities to deepen the understanding, explore specific topics in more detailed way, or apply their knowledge in a practical way. So these extensional activities take various forms, including some seminars, field trips for participants, guest speakers, inviting experts or professionals to share their knowledge and experiences with participants. Some kind of competitions and contests. They have groups discussion and debates together. It's for fostering critical thinking and communication skills through structured discussions or debates or relevant topics. So the activities found in the resource manual are intended to assist facilitators and program coordinators, sometimes in enhancing participants' learning experience in both in the employee availability and entrepreneurship tracks of the AflaYouth curriculum. The extension activities guide includes various exercises that will allow participants in either track to deepen their understanding. So, participants in this element of the book track will be given the opportunity to attend a career. So in this employability track will be given the opportunity to attend a career fair where they can learn more about the potential employment choices of interests to them. They conduct mock interviews with their peers and participate in the job shadowing experience. All of these include both content for the activity as well as the logistical guidance on these events. For those following the entrepreneurship track, participants can be taken on important fields visits, including to a local enterprises and financial institutions such as banks, or I don't know, maybe potential employees, but maybe very successful institutions, businesses in the community. Additionally, there is guidance for the elaboration on business plan development through an all-day business boss, where you can guest experts to help guide participants through working stations. So this can be coupled with or as a separate event, include an extension to the pitch session with a larger pitch day with judges and with feedback, or even potential investors in the crowd. So maybe they can be real investors, or maybe it can be like for the class, with colleagues from the class. And in the next minutes, these activities provide more practical and in-depth opportunity to engage our participants to all the concepts that we have in the books number 1, 2, and 3. Now we will divide you to the 3 groups, and we will work a little bit like we need to have 2 books during this this exercise. So I will try to be to give you the instruction very clearly, because it might be a confusing exercise. So each group will have the different book and a different session. So you need to come back, for example, group number 1, you need to come back to the book number 1, to the session 1.8, group number 2 to the book number 2, to session 6, and group number 3 to the book number 3, session 2. And of course, you can find this session on the platform, but probably you already have every book on your computer. And you will see the name of the group with the book and with the session when you will be in the rooms. And what we want to do. You need to think how you will extend your session. So this session from the book. So go to this session and try to find the activities where an expert or a guest, or you can go out of the classroom or do some kind of presentation exercise is requested, and try to brainstorm together in your group what you think you would need to do to prepare and organize this event, to make sure that the guest speaker presentation or pitch featured is your assigned session goes well. And to do that, you will work, as I said before, with 2 books. So with book, for example, 1 plus resource toolkit, or book 2 plus resource kit, and book 3 plus resource kit. But of course, this part of the book, extensional activities guide. So on the pages 43. So I will you will go to these groups, and I will send you the information how to do that. And if you will read it and think that something is interesting, you please go to the platform. And on the platform, you will find the Word document. So you will brainstorm and fill out the document about the actions to be done before, during, and after these events. So you will look on the session, you will go to this extensional part, try to figure out what to do, how to prepare yourself, and go to to our platform. I will share my screen where you can find it on the platform, and you will see the document, which will look like this. Okay, I will stop sharing. The document, Word document, will look like this. Okay, here you can find the document. So you can go to the day number 5, extensional activities. And here you will find planning activity, the Word document. This Word document, planning document, of course, if you go down, you will find the Russian version too. And this document look like this. So it will be a table, things to do before the session, things to do during the session, and things to do after the pitches or presentations or guest speaker meetings. So please try to look on the books, on the session, on the extensional book, fourth book, and do this and try to think, what can you extend? What can you do more in this session to make it more practical, and where your participants can use the knowledge from this session? Is it clear? Because for me, it's quite challenging to show you this exercise clearly somehow. Do you have any questions? If not, you will go to your breakout rooms. Okay, so I need to just add, I need to add you to an Ebru. Okay, so we have 3 groups and we will have 20 minutes to prepare. So if you don't have any questions, we can go there. Yes? Okay, let's start our work. So I will go to every group just to look how they are working.
Okay, dear, I am trying to organize the, what is it? Hold on, let me stop the.
Did you have a chance to finish the exercise, Laura?
Yeah, we finished the exercise. Yes.
Yes, perfectly. Great. Oh. Jamila. Okay, she's coming. Okay, so we are here. It was a last huge exercise that we got. Okay, so can you share with us your thoughts and your work on the breakout rooms, how you think you can extend the sessions from different books by using this resource toolkit? Which group would like to start?
Well, we can start.
Thank you, Laura.
We had a session from book 1, Be a Change Maker. And the idea is that the participants will be able to define characteristics of a change maker. So what makes you a change maker? How can you make a change? And extend, how do you say? External activity, what we can organize. We were thinking about, well, we were doubting or we could go and visit the organization, what is a real change maker, and to see what they do. But in the end, we choose to invite experts and change makers to the classroom, and different change makers if we have the time for that, so that we hear from different people and from different perspectives. And then things to do before the session would be contact or call different experts if they are willing to give a lecture, speak about their organization, and explain what the idea is and what the outcome should be, and send an email with further information. And if the answer is no, that we need to search further to other change makers who are willing to participate and give the lecture. And if yes, then we need to set a date and discuss practical things and arrange, like discuss the content, discuss what is needed, like materials or the class setup, etc. Send the address details and the time, and then inform the participants about it, and arrange a present to give the speaker afterwards. And then things to do during the session will be make sure that everyone is on time, that we reserve the room and that it's in the right setup, and that all the facilities are there, like a beamer, paper, some water for the speaker, etc. And for the facilitator, to be active in the sense of coordination and guiding between the guest speakers and the participants, including room for Q&A as well. And then things to do after the pitches presentation is like, thank the guest speaker and give a present to him or her. Afterwards, send a summary of it, the outcome, and let the participants fill in a reflection form of what their opinion was, what they have learned from it, etc. And maybe there are some possibilities to stay in contact with the speakers, and that we can maybe share contact details. So that is what we had discussed.
Okay, thank you. Do you think it's possible to extend it this way, and it's not like a huge challenge to make it this way on this session, from your perspective?
What do you mean, to invite?
To make it like yes, to invite them. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's also depending on the context. So in what country we are, maybe. But I think it's important to be clear about why we are doing this and why we are inviting them, and what added value they can bring to the youth, and do the same, and that can be of a huge impact for the society.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for your opinion and your presentation of your work. Which group would like to present their work now, their session, extended session?
Я хотела уточнить, какие страницы рассматривались в первой книге? Что говорится о Творцах перемен? Здесь написано сессия 1.
So Svetlana wants to know the pages of the session, which were the first one.
Okay, for the group, number 1 was the book 1, session 1.8, Be a Change Maker. So, and do you remember, Laura, which pages it was? Your session?
Понятно.
So it's clear for her. It's clear.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, who would like to present the second group, maybe? the book number 2, session 6, job
Можем.
search.
Да, да, если у вас не получится, я готова. Потому что, да, вывести экран у меня не получилось, что-то с интернетом проблемы.
Тогда
И
либо говорите. Говорите вы, мы поможем.
у нас ярмарка вакансий, этап этой программы ярмарка вакансий. Основная цель – это участники здесь получат практический опыт поиска работы и изучают рынок труда, и общаются с местными предпринимателями и с местными работодателями, получат опыт. Цели занятия – это ознакомиться с возможностями возможными вариантами для будущей карьеры и научиться представлять потенциальные, тебя научиться представлять себя как потенциальный работодатель. Дальше ожидаемые, да, уже цель занятия – это ожидаемые результаты. Так, сюда материалы, какие нам нужны. Это листочки, сценарии, флипчарты, маркеры, то, что у нас есть. Сюда особо финансы не нужно закладывать. Ключевые понятия – это работа, карьера, опыт работы, работодатель, предприниматель, местные работодатели и так далее. На заметку участники здесь будут играют роль, в реальности уже ищут работу. Ну, они себя представляют как человек, который ищет работу. И дальше здесь фасилитатору нужно заранее подготовиться, договориться с местными работодателями, предпринимателями, чтобы они пришли на занятия и описывали свою работу, также дали информацию для участников, как искать работу, как работать с ними. И с ними будут дискуссия. В конце, после этого, когда они придут, уже проведут с работодателями, это как практическое занятие еще, после того с участниками фасилитатор проводит дискуссию, что они новое получили от этих реальных лиц. И что они могут дать своим одногруппникам или однокурсникам, соучастникам, что они получили, они будут обмениваться знаниями.
Okay, Nilufar, I have stopped the translation and I saw
Yeah.
you taking the notes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So their idea is to integrate the job fair idea. So the objective is to give the students some practical job search experience, to analyze the job market, talk to local employers, to talk to local entrepreneurs. So the outcome, the expected outcome is that students or the participants will be able to feel the actual atmosphere of potential job searching. Materials that they need is just lots of paper, flip charts, and markers, and they need to arrange meetings with the local entrepreneurs and employers, and invite them into the classroom and ask them to tell how to properly look for a job, how to work with them in particular, to have a discussion on this theme, on this topic. And it will be like a practice lesson for the participants and the students. And after the session, the facilitator will have a discussion with the students and participants on what they have learned, what feedback they can give to each other, and have this sort of a feedback exchange session. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Did you have any experience of doing such lessons with potential people, with people, with guests who can share their experience with job and or how to, for example, with some kind of institutions which can have some job offers.
Был ли у вас опыт раньше проведения чего-то подобного с такими учреждениями, у которых, допустим, были вакансии, они приходили на сессии с учениками, студентами? Это вопрос в группе. Второй.
У меня был очень хороший опыт. Я видела этот опыт на примере германского университета в городе Вуперталь, где были представлены different profession, включая и изготовление кирпича, и научные работы. То есть там очень много различных профессий, и все вакансии были представлены, где человек может и чему научиться. И там были еще работодатели, которые принимали этих молодых людей на обучение и сразу на работу. Такие вот были интересные. Я такого объема не видела нигде, вот только вот в Германии.
So Svetlana had some experience seeing this organized in a German university where different employers would just come and talk to the students, and there were from the range of like brick manufacturing and some academic careers, and there were some employers who talked to the youth, and they offered them a practical program, and after which they would get hired. And she says that she has never seen the event on this scale other than in Germany.
Okay, great. So it's a very good idea, for example, to have some kind of cooperation, for example, with the universities or with the schools or institutions which can help to search jobs. So it can be a really huge event for you and for students too. Okay, so thank you very much for your presentation. Third group, is it possible to share with us your idea how to expand this session of solving problems and spotting opportunities with this toolkit, book number 4?
Кто выступает за группу номер 3?
Выступает, наверное, я. Давайте я попробую представить решение той задачи, которая была перед нами поставлена. У нас была задача, мы рассматривали сессию, решаем проблемы, ищем возможности. То есть мы должны были научиться. Основная цель этого занятия была разобраться в 2 навыках предпринимательства. Это решение проблем, поиск возможностей. То есть к концу занятия наши участники должны были научиться знать, как правильно решить проблему, которая возникает, и какие навыки при этом могут быть использованы. Да? В качестве методики предлагается пригласить гостя, который может поделиться своими знаниями. Значит, на проведение этой сессии от 90 до 120 минут с учетом того времени, когда мы приглашаем гостя. Как мы собираемся решить эту задачу? Для начала, вот как и, по-моему, Лаура говорила о том, что мы решаем вопрос о том, будем ли мы приглашать предпринимателей, с которым мы переговорим заранее, то есть вот эти все организационные вопросы решим. Все материалы там и должны быть обговорены, то есть будет ли это презентация, будет ли он готовить презентацию. Если приходит гость, то порядка 30 минут мы должны рассчитать, что он будет готовить презентацию. Также мы должны продумать вопросы, которые будут ему заданы участниками. Нужно постараться, чтобы у нас соответствующая была обстановка, чтобы гостю было комфортно, участники могли спокойно задать те вопросы, которые они хотели бы уточнить. Значит, в ходе своей презентации гость должен рассказать о том, какие проблемы у него были и как он успешно вышел из этой ситуации. Он должен рассказать о своем опыте. Ну, естественно, когда гость закончит свое выступление, мы его провожаем, благодарим за выступление и так далее. И дальше начинаем обсуждать в группе. То есть мы начинаем с того, что мы постараемся участников предложить, чтобы кто-то поделился какой-то проблемой и о том, как он решил свою проблему. Да, и здесь в сессии расписано то, как мы должны проводить это поминутно. А также, так, что тут мы заполнили? Да, мы здесь заполнили табличку, что нужно сделать до начала сессии. То есть до начала сессии мы вот решаем вопрос, будем ли мы приглашать гостя или нет, и отрабатываем все орг-вопросы с тем во время сессии. Там рекомендуется даже провести такую задачку с лодкой и перевозом там козы, капусты, волка и так далее, для того, чтобы как-то, может быть, разрядить обстановку и чтобы настроить на нужный лад. Вот. И потом после этого мы даем возможность, ну, как бы в группах участникам подготовить свои презентации, краткие презентации, и потом заполнить раздаточные материалы, которые у нас есть, да, навыки в действии. То есть проблему, которую, допустим, будет решать группа, в чем она состоит, как, кого она затрагивает, и расписать шаги конкретные, как мы собираемся решать эту проблему. Да? Вот, собственно, если коротко, то, наверное, так.
Okay, so their session was about solving problems and searching for opportunities. So the objective of the session is to identify the problem and then develop the skills in order to solve the problem. And the method that they would incorporate into this session is to invite the guest speaker. And they would, as Laura mentioned earlier, they would have this organizational moments as well. Like beforehand, they would arrange a meeting with a local entrepreneur and arrange everything, including the time, the day, the materials. For instance, if the entrepreneur wants to use a presentation, they would arrange all the technical moments as well. And they would make sure that the participants have enough questions in order for the guest speaker to feel comfortable in the atmosphere of the classroom. So they would expect the guest speaker to give them information like a first-hand experience of a problem they had at a certain time and the ways they used to solve the problem. And after the session, they would obviously thank the guest speaker and then proceed to the discussion. And they wanted to incorporate group work into the class as well and use the activity of, I don't know if everyone is familiar with this activity where there's a problem given with the wolf, cabbage, and goat where you need to transfer them from one side of the river to the other without any of them getting eaten and so on. But I thought that would be a great exercise to use. And they would divide the group into smaller subgroups and give them a problem. And the group has to come up with an action plan on how to solve the problem. And yeah, shortly, I think I mentioned everything.
Wow. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. So I don't know. Did you like the idea of extension of the sessions that you are already know from the previous books? Did you like the idea of it or not? As a whole, this is a question for everyone.
Juliet, can you turn on the interpretation, please?
It's on. Thank you. Sorry.
Вопрос, насколько она удобна и подходит для решения вопросов сессии. Да, но я думаю, что как раз вот эта книга, она расширяет возможности для тренера, для того, чтобы он мог воспользоваться вот этой инструкцией и предпринять то, что подходит для конкретного случая. Я думаю, что это очень удобно. Ну,
Okay,
там
so
подробно прям все расписано, прям пошагово, что невозможно сделать.
So Jamila says that this instruction, this book is very convenient for the trainer because it gives the opportunity to the trainer to use the specifics, specific methodology in concrete situations. So whenever something is needed, he or she can use it from this book. So it's very convenient.
Yeah, yes, I can like be with you, Jamila, in the same room, because from my perspective, this book can show us that we will not only we can not only create a workshop for participants, we can build a huge program, a huge project. And when we are planning a project, we can think about these activities that we can expand more. So for example, if we have we are having a meeting with some person who can give us the money for that, we can tell them, okay, we can have a training, but of course, with the training, we can go with such events, actions, which are very connected with this type of training. So it's very important to think about this, because it's more than a workshop from my perspective. So it's like a great idea to prepare the very nice huge project, for example, and have the funding from different institutions. So what is very important in this part, you need to plan in advance. Definitely you need to be very well prepared, and we need to give time to prepare our presenters, to our guests, to our students and participants. We need to give them a really good instructions. They need to know what to do during the whole process. Sometimes it's good to have our audience during this type of meeting, so it's good to prepare them too. So for example, if we are doing it at schools, we can try to have a meeting with the audience that we will have this type of event, and you can ask some questions. We can try to discuss what kind of question you can have to the speaker during this event. You need to think about the budget, because it won't be like an event that you will not need money. So probably it's very nice to think about before what kind of materials do we need. If we need more pencils, paper, or I don't know, some kind of gifts maybe for them, for the experts. So it's good to have the budget for such activities. We need to confirm one day or maybe few days before in advance the logistical, with guests, with maybe some institutions and with school. And it's a good idea to have a plan for writing down observation and giving feedback for participants, because they can look at the event from the perspective, and they can have some very interesting feedbacks from this type of events. So it's very nice to remember about this part too. Okay, so now I'm just thinking about these 5 days. So we've just finished our four manuals, and you had the chance to look at every book during these 5 days. We had a great journey together during these 5 days, and we had great topics related to the AflaYouth program. Before our meeting, you begin with a pre-assignment introduction Aflatun assessment, and explore the origins of Aflatun or active learning methods and networking opportunities. If you didn't do that before the meeting, you can still do this part on the platform. platform. Of course, the platform. Some of you was already there, but some of you not. So we had the chance to use this type of tool, which is very important for AflaTon now. On the first day of the workshop, we focused on program orientation and featured sessions of learner-centered facilitation, feedback, and formative assessments. You were introduced to the curriculum and engage in huge discussions about your expectations, guidelines, and aspirations. On the second day, we delivered and we were talking about financial skills and the importance of decision-making process and choosing between the employability and entrepreneurship tracks, and assessment allowed you to apply your new-founded knowledge. On the third day, we concentrated on employability skills, introducing and emphasize on gender equity in workplace, and you was engaged in activities and assessments to reinforce your understanding of CV and motivational letter writing, job interviewing, and so on. On the fourth day, we explored entrepreneurship skills and included a session or critical thinking and pitching about businesses and making business plans, and a crucial aspect of the entrepreneurship education. And today, we focused mainly on the coaching, on the extension activities, and future maybe prospects that we can have during our AflaYouth program. You were introduced to the resource toolkit, the coach reference guides, and how to involve speakers and community to our sessions. So these workshops provide a comprehensive foundation for AflaYouth program for you, for facilitators, covering essential topics and equipping you with the tools and knowledge needed for successful program implementation. During this day, you've shared your huge experiences that you've got during your work time. So thank you for sharing that. And I can show you some few sentences that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about this meeting. When you want something, all the universe compresses in helping you to achieve it. When I'm thinking about this meeting, it's like this. And the next sentence that I have, all life is an experiment. So I think when we are experimenting the new program, the new materials, new manuals, it's a great journey that we can have. And the last thing that I have, all things are difficult before they are easy. So if you think now that some elements are difficult for you from the manuals, please try use it as much as you can. Definitely you will feel that for you it's much more easy maybe next time. And this I don't know that you look at it, mainly men created these sentences. So because we need to focus on the gender issues too, so we are women, so I think we are quotable too. So my last maybe question, or I would like you to be a little bit quotable. So I would like to invite you to create your own quote in the form of closing statement or a takeaway or something you want to share with our group. And you can create your own quote or one sentence. You can put this quote on the chat, and you can read it out loud during our session. So please try to create one sentence, one quote from this 5-day workshop. I will give you a few minutes for you.
Простите, а можете повторить задание?
Please try to create your own quote, own sentence, which will be a closing statement or takeaway or something you want to share with the group after these 5 days.
So, Marta, let me say it in Russian. Jamila, вы можете, как вы охарактеризуете одним предложением вот весь этот тренинг? Вот если бы вы смогли бы описать или какую-нибудь цитату написать об этом тренинге, вот что бы это было бы для вас? Вот Лела пишет, например, сила в единстве. Вот что-то такое примерно. Sorry, Marta. I think it was a little bit complicated with the translation. That's why I jumped in. Nilufar, you are doing a great job. Don't worry.
Yes, you are. Okay, so can you help me with the translations we have some sentences on the chat?
Yes, just give me a sec. Okay, so Lela writes, power is in unity, so strength is in unity, so to say.
Okay.
Jamila says, open the new world for you, the world of new knowledge and new opportunities. Svetlana says, new education that Aflatun provides, the creation of progressive new civilizations. That's Svetlana's point of view.
I can see Laura.
And the rest, yeah, Laura is in English. Be curious, and it will be fun for everybody. Exactly.
Okay. My statement is: youth is like a seed. It needs good soil, water, sometimes sunlight, and the wonderful care of the dedicated people.
Oh, that's lovely.
There is a world full of possibilities with AflaYouth. Thank you. Wow, Jolene. Very nice. And Svetlana?
And, yeah, Svetlana says the universe loves those who love the universe.
Wow. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Be the best version of yourself. Thank you, Katya. Okay. Great, great sentences, great quotes. As I told you, we can be quotable. We can do the quotes. So this part was just to summarize our 5 days, and thank you very much for a great sharing experience that you did, because I think you did this meeting very interesting, you as a participant, and it's your big effort that we finished everything on time and everything. So thank you very much for your participation. Without you, we couldn't afford to do that. So thank you very much. And it was a pleasure to be with you this 5 days. So we will have just, if you want to thank you someone, or I don't know, Luan would like to say something, but later on we will have some technical part, so please stay a little bit just to be sure that we will complete everything with technicals too. So Luan,
Just before Luan, don't run away, we're gonna take the photo, please. Please, please, please.
So Luan,
just to say thank you for everything, and especially for participating actively in the breakout rooms and giving us a feedback. And as you see, the AflaYouth is not only one-way communication, and all the materials in Aflaton, this is like a both communication with the participants and a lot of feedback. So you maybe have learned something from us, but also we have learned a lot from you. So thank you for those days, making our life easier in working with you.
yes, definitely. Albina, you would like to share with us something?
Да, я тоже хочу выразить благодарность всем организаторам, тренерам, Луану и Марту, и Джульетту большая благодарность, потому что она всем нам, начиная участников, заканчивая тренерам, она всем помогала и с русским языком, и с английским языком и так далее. И еще переводчики, огромное спасибо Нилюфар, что она вовремя перевела, что в нужный момент, в нужную сторону она направила. Всем спасибо огромное от имени нашей организации, от имени Министерства образования и науки Кыргызской Республики, от имени Кыргызской академии образования, от имени руководителя этой организации. Вчера рядом со мной сидела руководитель нашей организации, вместе сидели и слушали, потому что у нас было совещание, и я не смогла оторваться, и она разрешила поставить на громкую связь, и мы с ней вот сидели, у нас была работа с Медео, наверное, да. Она сидела рядом, работала, все слушала, поэтому она тоже была в восторге, что есть такие курсы, тренинги, и она поблагодарила Джамиледе, что она нас включила. Огромное спасибо вам, Джамиледе, мы восхищаемся вами до сих пор, да, мы очень уважаем вас. И вот всем участникам тоже, что они выделили такое время, сейчас найти 3 часа в день во время работы, это очень тяжело. Несмотря на это, мы вот 5 дней нашли и работали. Всем спасибо огромное.
So this is the big gratitude to everybody. And Albina has named Luan, Marta, special thanks to Nilufar for her extremely convenient, timely translations of this, the materials and the communication. And one very important point of Albina is that, our trainers, guys, you've been heard apparently across the whole Kyrgyzstan's Ministry of Education, because yesterday Albina had a meeting which she couldn't postpone. And at the training, she got the permission from her boss to turn the training on. So at the meeting, you've been heard all over the ministry. And her boss was very pleased to see and hear that this kind of important discussions is been going on. And this is a very interesting program for Ministry of Education in Kyrgyzstan. And Albina was especially thankful to Jamila, who has included them into this training, and she really hopes that more positive cooperation will be continued between our entities. Спасибо вам огромное, Альбина.
Спасибо вам большое. Будьте здоровы, да.
Svetlana, you would like... Yeah.
Хочу выразить огромную благодарность профессионализму наших мастер-тренеров, вот, переводчикам, Джульетте, как организатору и вдохновителю процессов, и всем участникам тренинга. Мы люди счастливой судьбы. Знаете почему? Потому что мы формируем новую цивилизацию. Нас выбрали, чтобы мы знали то, что мы сейчас изучаем. Поэтому каждому из вас желаю несокрушимого счастья, благополучия, мира, и чтобы мы еще больше и больше продвигали Афлатун, потому что он меняет сознание людей на планете Земля. Благодарю вас.
So Svetlana is very thankful to the master trainers, and she participated in many trainings, and all the time master trainers prevail and excel in their trainings. And she's also saying a wonderful thing, that we've been chosen to perform the positivity on this planet Earth. And you know, Aflatun in a way develops the new civilization, and we are the part of it, so we are very lucky. And she wishes everyone the same positivity to go on. And of course, together with the master trainers, Nilufar is really playing a special role in performing the translation and making this, you know, this training comprehensible to all the parties. Спасибо вам, Светлана. Do you want to give the word to Jamila?
Да,
I
позвольте, я
think
тоже
Jamila has
очень коротко хотела поблагодарить организаторов данного семинара за содержательность, за прекрасно подготовленные материалы. Я второй раз на тренингах Луана и Марты. Каждый раз вы меня удивляете. Нет предела совершенству, вы мотивируете нас быть лучше, использовать методики, ценные предложения, которые вы даете. Спасибо вам огромное. Наш тренинг не был бы таким интересным без сопровождения Джульетты и Нилуфар, потому что только работа переводчиков это создает комфортные условия в работе группы. Поэтому огромное вам спасибо. Мы надеемся оправдать все знания, все ваше время, которое вы нас вложили. Я хотела всех участников поблагодарить, потому что мы действительно большие молодцы. 5 дней, они не были простыми, но они были удивительно интересными. Спасибо.
So thank you to the trainers. Jamila says that she is attending your training on the second time, and you are excelling in everything, especially keeping the motivation of the participants to be better, to perform much better, and to also use the various methodologies of the AflaYouth trainings. And special thanks to all the participants, because you've been great to devote 5 days. It was not easy, but still you've managed it. And all these discussions and communication has been very fruitful for the further development of the program. So thank you to everyone as well.
Okay.
Can I go to the admin stuff?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone. You've been great. You've been wonderful. Special thanks to the people who have remained with us within the 5 days. It is very critical from our perspective. So I will be sharing with you post-training survey. Remember, at the beginning of the training, you had to go through the pre-training survey. Now I will put the link into chat for post-training survey. I know a few participants might have a problem with the opening the link, so don't worry. I will put the link into the email as well, and you can open it whenever you have an opportunity. But that's not the end. This survey is short, but it also assesses the quality of the program. However, in addition to that, we also have a shorter version of the survey, which is just about the technical side, the trainers, the organizers, the logistics. So there will be a second survey as well. Please don't run away. Please take your time. It takes literally 2 minutes to fill out the second questionnaire as well. I will also put it in the chat. And of course, I cannot let you go without the group photo. So many beautiful women and our amazing one singular male participant cannot be let go without one group joint photo. I really hope that you will be able to turn your cameras on for this group photo, if possible. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Rahat. Спасибо, Rahat, огромное. Okay, so on the count to 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Thank you very much. So first link to this, the link to the first survey is already in chat. Use that. And meanwhile, I'll post the second link to the feedback of the training per se in chat. Please don't go, just fill this out. One more technical thing while you're filling out the survey is that we will have in 3 weeks' time, exactly in 3 weeks' time, we will have 1 hour session for you to kind of, you know, go through the materials, review them, and get back to our trainers. They are devoting this 1 hour again to you so that they can answer your additional questions. If you have any questions, I'll send you the link to that separately in the email. Don't worry about it right now. But just in case, plan in your head that on the 19th of October, you will have an opportunity to meet with the trainers for an hour and ask your additional questions regarding the training, the materials, the methodology, implementation, or anything that we've discussed within the last 5 days. Okay, great. So Aflatoon's ECA team is there for you. We are happy to respond to any questions, whatever might pop to your head. Don't hesitate to be in touch. And we will be looking forward to see all of you in person in Utrecht. If you manage to come and join us to our very interesting international conference coming up in November. So can everybody see the 2 different links? One is the post-training survey, and the other one is the survey, feedback on the training.
You will receive the certificates on that date. So when we will have the meeting
On the 19th.
On the 19th, you will receive the certificate.
Да, я знаю, я вам обязательно это на mail пришлю, не волнуйтесь.
Спасибо.
Some of the participants cannot open it, so I will send them on the email.
Okay.